Here are some of my least favorite AI tools ever and why. I'm Jordan. I help you figure out AI so you can decide whether or not it's worth your time. The first one is this interview helper thing. Essentially, what you do is you get on an interview and you pull it up alongside your interview, virtual interview. You can't do this in person. I mean, I guess you can, but it would be really obvious. And you give it access to your system audio so it can hear everything that's happening in the interview, and then it basically tells you what to say in response. There are lots of reasons structurally why you might not get a job that you are qualified to do. If you need to use this, I suspect that you might not be qualified to get that job in the first place. Next is most Gen AI video tools, and I don't mean video editing. I use a lot of video editing tools. My main one is Descript. I mean the ones that people are using to make video content. I certainly have issues with kind of the creativity aspect of it and that replacing human people. But my bigger gripe with it is actually that they all just kind of look the same. And I think that it's not very creative in the first place. And then the last one is the AI dating app tools. The idea is that if you struggle to get a date, you can have AI generate your responses to every single conversation such that you can close on it. It's very like Glengarry Glen Ross in that like always be closing, but they're also not very good. Like as someone who's bi, it is predominantly men who use them, at least in my experience. And they're just very obvious that this is not you talking, but also that it's probably not a real person. They come off very uncanny valley. I want to know what it's like to interact with you, not to interact with kind of you very much altered by the mouthpiece that is ChatGPT. So if you're interested in that, you can follow along. I'm also doing a workshop on how to use AI in a way that's actually helpful as opposed to it being super useless and increasing your carbon footprint and things like that. There's more info at the link in my bio. I'd love to see you there.